Hello Drive Radio fans, Richard Rush here today with Walt McLean behind the camera. And today we're going to take a look at the 2018 Chrysler Pacifica. This is the hybrid version. This is Chrysler's new redesigned Pacifica from, I believe it was last year, a couple years ago. They kind of took that name and really did a revamp on it, and obviously kind of made the town and country essentially this, which is the Pacifica. Let's jump right into it. Not a whole lot's changed from 2018. Again, this is the hybrid version, which is actually a plug-in hybrid version, so you get right around between 30 and 35 miles of electric only driving with this vehicle. What makes this vehicle really stand out really is the front end, and we've had a lot of conversations with Chrysler and FCA on this, and they put a lot of work into that to make it look not so minivan-ish, and that's not their words, that's mine, but just kind of saying what they have told us. You can see the charge port right here. It's your standard. You can obviously go with a 120 or 240. Your charging times on a 120 are about 14 hours to full battery. On a 240, I think it's quite a bit less than that, to be honest with you. I think it's only about 4 or 5 hours, something like that, and I could be wrong, so I apologize. Walt, did you show everyone the interior? I want to point out there's the sunroof. This does have a lot of your collision systems on it. It's got the beautiful Uconnect system on the interior of it, which is really, really nice. Dual zone climate control, heated and ventilated front seats, heated steering wheel, Blu-ray player up front, so as Walt points those out. A couple things that's new for 2018. A Touring Plus is a new trim level. The Premium and Platinum model are now the Touring L and the Limited model, respectively, which is what we've got. We've got the Limited top of the line. You also get blind spot monitoring, HD radio, and CarPlay and Android Auto, and the CarPlay works really, really well. You get a 20-speaker Harman Kardon system on the Limited. It's part of standards. It's now on the Uconnect system in the back. The theater system can now stream with 4G. It can now stream from connected devices, and it comes with 4G LTE Wi-Fi on here. Really cool feature here on the minivan. Instead of the handle as most minivans, which it will still open the door, you can just push this little button, and Walt, I'll have you show that as people do, as you kind of come into the inside side. I'm going to sit in here real quick and show you guys. This is the Uconnect theater system. I'm not sure of the size on both of these vehicles, or sorry, on both sides of it, but it's definitely a large screen, and we're not going to go through it. You can see it's touch screen, or they've got a little keypad here. It's got a little gesture pad and buttons down here, and obviously you've got Bluetooth. You've got two HDMI connectors, so you could hook up two different systems that way if you wanted to. Cup holder down here. With that said, Walt, I'm going to actually let you show people this interior. One thing that you lose with the hybrid is this second set of seats does not what's called stow and go by Chrysler, and so that actually causes, really you have to remove the seats if you want to. You also don't get a bench seat as an option, so you can only fit 7. Depending on who you are, that may be a drawback, that may not be, but just something that we did want to note for you is that's kind of a drawback to the hybrid portion of it. Not a huge thing in our mind, but something that most people do want to know, because usually on the floor there is a section to where the seats fall into. You do have sunshades on all the rear windows back here, which is a really, really nice feature. Again, that big old moonroof. And again, I was saying, you can see kind of the difference on the handle here. Comes here, there's a little button. And what Chrysler has done in that is they've said, we want to make this easy for kids. So kids, you don't have to worry about pulling here, whatever it is. All you have to do is you just push the button and the door falls back into place, which is really, really nice. So as we come to the back here, obviously you can push it there, or I'm going to use the key fob, and we'll show you this in a second. Obviously you've got a automatic opening door here, and you can see how we've got this set up currently. You can see the charging door is open. Forgot to close that, my apologies. You can see what we've got set here. So the 2 seats of the back are folded down, and it's really, really easy to do that. In fact, I'll actually kind of show you that after, well actually, Walt, as you see it right there, all you do, get down here, pull, it releases, and you literally just pull and flip. To get it up, you just pull, push up, grab back, grab the headrest, and you're set to go. So this is similar to what would happen in the front row in terms of the stow and go. It's a little bit, I think it's kind of a really slick system they got set up in that second row up there personally. With it, when it's equipped with it. Just to note, also you cannot get the vacuum that comes, I think, on some of the trim levels here. Normally it would go here. On this vehicle, it's actually included as part of the charging pack right there. So we'll get that to close, and then we'll close that right there. So as we come around here to the side, or I guess, the side view. Some of the options, again, the Limited pretty much comes with everything that you could imagine. The only options are the tri-pane panoramic sunroof for $1,600. These 18-inch wheels are $900, and that's about it. Destination of $1,000. Total price $48,580. Now, this being the hybrid that it is, up until this, it does not, sorry, not up until this year, end of the year, whatever it might be, qualifies for the $7,500 federal tax credit, I believe. Now I know it's different for some states, different for some federal, but this will qualify for federal tax credits, or for state tax credits, whatever it is. So get out to your dealer, test drive it, and ask them what this qualifies for, because that $48,000 price tag may go down into the low 40s, which is a really, really nice feature. So again, I guess, what is our opinion of this car? Personally, I love it. And you're going to say you love a minivan. It's useful, it drives smooth, it's quiet, the hybrid system really works well. Walt gives me a hard time because the minivan Spectra, but I even got him to admit that it was a pretty cool vehicle at one point in time as we were driving it. It really, again, Chrysler's envision with this is to get rid of the minivan stigma, put some better looks and styling to a car, still keep all the utility, everything that you get with it, and then obviously add the hybrid functionality to it. So I think they've done a fantastic job. It was one of our personal favorites vehicles. Would I buy this vehicle? Absolutely. Convincing my wife of the minivan stigma and such is another thing, but that's for a different time. So if you want to learn more about this vehicle, head to your local Chrysler dealer, test drive it, get your family in it, absolutely. And when you do that, let them know that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you.